5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good day, sir. I'm the judge.
Yeah.
I Judge Heights, I loyal fan. Shout out to Auntie Opal, Auntie Diane, who request this special feature on Kolara, sir, because Kolara Gangang is in all the stories, but she don't have her own story. So we'd like to get Gangang feature on the series Woman Who Made Me.
Yeah, it is difficult to understand our previous version. Why not put in a different serial in my life? The first serial when my mother had me took me back to Queensville, Squeeze Up, and left with my grandmother.
Over the mountain there.
Eh?
Over the mountain, Squeeze Up Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she went back to Kingston to work, and then start another family.
Yeah.
So
So the money now making here.
no, well, there was no way for young women in these country areas to earn any meaningful way to keep a child and keep themselves. So she went back to Kingston to work,
Yeah.
and then she started having children again. I was the first. But I spent most of the time with my grandmother now, Aunt Hattie.
Yeah.
And that's where the story about the kind of woman she was. The sweets at the Wesley School, Wesley Methodist Church. And the way she taught me to cook, and she was really a different woman, a different person, very kind.
Very kind, yes, sir.
So she taught me that way of life. Never cook and never leave something in the pot that somebody passing by could get.
Who's this person?
Oh,
And who is it?
and Aunt Hattie, my grandmother.
Not Gangang.
No, not grandmother.
Okay.
Not grandmother. No, my grandmother died when I took second year. First year when she died. After she died, no, I went to live with Kolar, Grangang. And that's where the other episode of my life, well, another episode of my life started.
So you leave Queen Hill and go Baker Shop?
Leave Queensville and went to live in Baker Shop.
Okay.
Myself and Laurel and Hopal and
Desmond and Cecil.
Desmond. Cecil wasn't there, Desmond and myself. No, there was a lady living there. They called her Mice. That's Desmond's mother.
Yeah.
And but she was a village seamstress. She was a dressmaker for the village.
Oh, Mice?
No man, Kolar.
Okay.
And she had some relative living in the United States, in New York. Aunt Vin, that was Vinella McCrae. And she had Aunt Daisy McCrae. And they used to,
Yeah, big up Charlene Francis. Now let's tell Charlene Francis that she's like Videla McCrae. She look like her and she don't look a kind deeds like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every year or so, they used to pack 1 or 2 barrels with things and send out to Jamaica. We should come to Baker Shop. And whether they come or not, because I was responsible for distributing these goods to the less fortunate in the community.
Yeah.
And when
So Kolara and Aunt Adi were sisters.
no one, because Connor and Laura called Hattie, Auntie.
Okay, okay.
So she was my cousin.
Yeah.
Was my mother's first cousin.
Yeah.
So, but
So,
she,
Gang Gang taking some of children in her house. She live with a man at that time?
no man,
She live at one house?
she had only two children. She had two children, Byron and Picky.
Okay.
Picky is still alive.
Yeah.
And Byron.
Okay.
And
So
then-
who was her husband?
Oh,
Kolara. Gang Gang.
she was never married.
Okay.
She was never married. But she was the mother to a lot of children.
That is a lot, because she have 2 and she taking 6, right?
No, when she getting more, she were more, there were other people who would come by. One of as I said about the barrels that used to come in,
Yeah.
when there was any community event,
Yeah.
the parents would come to her and say, well, there's going to be an event at their church or school, and they didn't have any money to buy a dress for her daughter or something for a shirt for her son. She would go into one of these barrels and search through, rummage through the barrel,
Yeah.
and come up with something. And not only for the child, but for the mother who come or the father who come.
Yeah, yes.
So for the whole year, those 2 or 3 barrels were in a room there.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody comes, she start rummage through it.
Yeah.
We give them something.
Yeah.
And food stuff used to come too.
Yeah.
And it's,
What kind of stuff in the barrel? What
it
kind
was
of food
the
stuff?
things from America. It was another rice, not a lot of rice. It was corn, cornmeal.
Okay.
Tin things, modest tin things, beef, corned beef.
So Gang Gang take her time and make it last.
Yeah, man, she would be, it lasts from 1 year to the other one till another set of barrels come.
Pinch it, yeah.
But there again, and I said she was the dressmaker for the village. So when she give somebody a dress or a shirt, she might have to turn around and pull it up and halt and readjust it. Because sometimes it was more or less too large or something like that.
Yeah.
So she'd bring it down to the size that the person could wear it, especially women. Anyway, when I went there to live with her. And interestingly, she was a member of the New Bethel Christian Church.
Yeah.
The disciples of Christ at the time.
Yeah.
But she said she got a vision.
Vision.
Yeah, she said she got a vision of a communication with some people in her dream, which directed her to join the Adventist movement. And she immediately more or less left Bethel Church and went and joined, became a member of the Adventist Church. Became a member of that.
Our life take off for the positive after that, or what?
That one?
Did our life take off for the positive afterwards?
Take off what?
Did our life become more prosperous?
Well, it become more adventurous, I would say. She directed her path to humanitarian effort. More humanitarian effort.
Okay.
Because she was the head of the darkest society. The darkest, one of the darkest of biblical fame. And she was educated for people. She was always looking out for people. And she even took it further. She was one of the founding member of the Dallas Welfare Association. That was an association founded after an hurricane in the 1940s or 50s. And the people were destitute and wanted help. And they founded the society. But primarily that's the aim of that society, the Dallas Welfare Association, was for burial. Somebody came into the community and died. And there was nobody to take care of the burial, bury the person or to see about the internment. And they founded this association, they go around the community, solicited help to buy a coffin, to make a coffin and to bury the person. And apart from that, they acquired land. That land is beside Sandy there. They advocate, beg it from Mr. Walker and build that building, the Dallas Welfare Association.
Okay, yeah.
So it became the first organization in the community dedicated to some humanitarian cause. It was a tremendous effort. It's registered and everything. It's registered, still registered, but it's not, nobody attended anymore. But at one time it was the lifeblood of the community.
Yeah.
Further, the school was at Wesley, which is about a mile from the post office in Dallas. And you could only drive to the post office. You couldn't drive further. The roads there were no drivable roads. Children have to walk to go to Wesley from all over. And they thought it fit when Miss Patton came here, Miss Patton and her, like, they form a kind of bond to get land in Dallas to build a school.
Darkest again?
No, that was a different organization now she founded. And she
organization to build the school?
Yeah, well, what they did.
Oh, true, Vinala Macrae too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vinala Macrae was and Daisy was the owner of that piece of land where the school now is now standing on. And the school was at Wesley. It was difficult to get to Wesley for some children. And the school was in a church. And the church was a Methodist church. So, normally she's an Adventist. Worship on a Saturday. She wanted to move the community in a different direction. So she approached Vinala and Daisy and some other member of the family who were then living in the United States to acquire that piece of land. And it was given to the government. They gave the government that piece of land to build the school.
Yeah.
It created quite a stir in the community because the people who lived at Wesley had built their houses there which they rented out to teachers. It would mean now that the teachers would live near to the school and would get houses near to the school, therefore they would lose that rental income. But it quieted down after a while, after the school moved on, everything quieted down.
Yeah. You tell me, they usually carry down, Miss Patterson and them carry down the decks from.
She just,
Yeah.
one night she get up and get men and donkey and school children and everybody and move all the furniture from out of the church school and at Wesley.
Alright, so Gang do the
She was the mastermind behind the whole venture.
So she be telling Miss Vinala Macrae through letters that
they communicated
this is
that.
needed and that is needed and this is the way to go about. So it was a...
Well, Vinala was our cousin,
Yeah.
and lived in the United States.
Without go beating on the bush, Miss Vinala had the money and Gang saw what was going on and make a move towards better things.
No, Vinala
True,
had,
Miss Vinala help, right?
Vinala had the land. She and Daisy. They were the owners of the land. But they were living in New York. So when she approached them and said, well, the community needs a school, they gladly gave the piece of land to the government.
Yeah.
And they built a school there. But the people that lived in, like, Stabbard Hall and up in Wesley,
Yeah.
weren't too pleased because they wanted the school to remain up there. It was near to their children, and they could get rental income, rental for the teachers who who work at the school and live in the community. Well, you have to live in the community because the teachers who taught at Wesley.
What was that name of that society?
Which one?
Not the Darker Society. The society.
No, it was the Ministry of Education and
Okay.
is Laura, Hazel Patterson, Vanilla McCrae, Daisy McCrae. They came together and got the school built there.
Okay. There's one kid living in foreign though.
Yeah, she died in New York. And Vanilla died in New York too. But they had gone to New York to live years before. And I remember Daisy, her husband was a taxi driver in Queens. And they always look forward to, if you go back to the church at Bethel now, you notice that the flooring, the tiling in the floor was given by, they gave those tiles to the church. But so they were dedicated members of the New Bethel Christian Church, or Disciples of Christ.
Yeah.
And Laura was once a dedicated member of that church, but left when she became converted to the Adventist faith.
So why mama never look for some other thing them pluck up on them thing there, or she just what?
Look for what?
Why she never Daisy McCrae, Vanilla McCrae at the church? Why she never put her name there too also?
Who that?
Ganga.
No, they weren't thinking about them thinking about, and it's something we should really consider. History will be lost. Those things will be lost to history if it's not recorded. Of the contribution Laura made to the movement of the school from out of the Methodist Church in Dallas to the where they now stand.
No.
Yeah.
What are we? Yeah.
So the spreading of the Advent message in Dallas was you can attributed to her.
Yeah.
Cause she had her little dressmaking business. She created for people who couldn't afford to buy a dress or a shoes or whatever. And they would come and she would sit down with them and talk to them, preach to them, try to convert them. So when I went there to live now, I became also a part of the Advent message. And to encourage all of us to contribute to communicate with Back to the Bible. There was a program on radio on Sundays called Back to the Bible broadcast.
It's still going on up to this time.
Yeah, well, I was I don't know, I was probably one of the first students on that program. I used to get the lessons every week. Do your lesson and send it back to Back to the Bible.
So Adi wasn't 70. She never went to church at all.
She was Methodist.
Okay.
She was Methodist.
Okay. What gang full proper name?
Oh,
Mama.
it's Laura.
Yeah.
Laura Boscoyne.
Okay.
LauraBoscoyne.
Okay. Alright, so our trade now. What you know about her when she was growing up? And even before she get her trade, where did she go to school? And who was fair?
She went to school in Dallas too. But I think she spent some time in Kingston with Daisy when they were in Jamaica. But not for long, like like a weekend or something like that, when she was young. Because she actually when she went back to live in baker shop, took care of Daisy and Vanilla mother, a lady they called Hilla. Anyway, she went to school in Dallas. And actually, 1907 earthquake, She tell you that is her account to me about the earthquake.
Yeah.
And she went to the stream, the spring, to fetch water in Nedot for her mother. Her mother was Miss Dinah.
Miss Dinah. Okay.
How they call her Aunt Dinah.
Yeah.
So she went to the spring to catch water. And while she was those time, you have to they make a little hole in to get water with pool, and then they would fill their bucket from the pool. And she said while she was there, the water started turning muddy.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they were so afraid because the whole water just started to bubble up and muddy. But that was the effect of the earthquake.
Yeah. Well, they didn't feel the earthquake though?
No, I find that they wouldn't even know. I don't know if they noticed it. But what they noticed was that the water started to get muddy. Oh, and they said some of the trees started spinning, turning like.
Okay. You hear that, guys? Maxwell, you always say about the river, and the river come down if you watch out because sometimes it rain up so. But this is another thing. If it's muddy and we don't know, that means it's seismic
activity.
Yeah.
Anyway, the long and short of it is after I don't think they could even take up the water anymore to take home because it was muddy. She went home, only to be told that the school at Wesley was destroyed.
Okay.
The
News that travel fast as that from them time there.
Yeah.
Because by the time she leave River and go Nedot, she hear news about Wesley.
People, they have various means of communicating.
Yeah.
They have a thing called, they have their bang, which was it was used a lot in Dallas. What was used here is cow horn.
Yeah.
They would blow the cow horn to signal that their song was wrong.
Okay.
Or they would ring the bell, the different bells at the different churches.
Yeah.
But when she went home, she was told that the school at Wesley was destroyed. And some number of children killed. And her sister was killed.
Gang sister was killed?
Was in church, was in school, and the wall collapsed on her.
Wow. So why Gang never go to school and there?
Up to I've never asked her why.
Okay, wow.
My grandfather suffered a bust, it was busted.
Yeah.
Suffered an injury. And they made hammocks. They get bamboo, cut them up, use sheet and tie around them. And put the victims in the bamboo.
Yeah. So as a Port Royal
and rush them across, rush them to Papine and walk.
Yeah.
And then from Papine they take them down to KPH because there was an hospital at the university.
Yeah. But sir, the view from Nedot, then I can't see a part of Port Royal sink. At that time? Wasn't that time?
No.
Wasn't that earthquake?
No, 1907.
Okay.
1907. Anyway, when they reach KPH, and they had to walk from here to Dallas with the victims in a hammock. So 4 men would lift one hammock with the victim, whether a man or a woman or a child. She found out that her sister had died.
Wow.
But she might have survived between Dallas and she didn't. Nobody knew she died until they reached Kingston. The doctor pronounced her dead at KPH. So she had that experience.
Alright, up to you say when you come back from the place in to become a preacher, and you come back and she the happy for you, and everybody the happy for you, and you become police, and then right now.
Well, she guided us, all of us. She was always there counseling. Every day she had a word. She, yeah, 12 morning. She have 12 morning worship and evening worship with her.
This is before the 7-day time or
Yeah, no, before when I went there, she was an Adventist.
Okay.
Um,
That's the question I should have asked. Like waking up, what the routine waking up with her?
you wake up, you have to go. You have to have morning worship,
Okay.
and we will learn. You have to learn to read because you have to read the Bible.
So you clap on and everything, sir.
You just sing and read the Bible.
Yeah.
And read the Bible there. And they'd have Sabbath lessons. You know, you get a monthly or quarterly something from the Adventist, and you every day you have a different lesson.
Yeah.
The other thing she did really was that the Adventist church we see up the top there, at Dallas, it was not there at that time. The Adventist church was over by Planting Walk.
You serious?
Yeah.
Where?
When you pass Miss Delegate and come round, you see a little tree there, like a little road gone up the top there. There's a girl living.
Up on the clear land, there, sir?
Right.
This is the church there?
That's where the Adventist church was. Until they bought the piece of land.
From Mr. Bonner?
They bought it from Mr. Webb,
Okay.
a man named John Weber, and built that church. Well, it was bought by the man who contributed the most. He's buried in that church, buried in the churchyard there, Mr. Francis. He's the only grave you have in the churchyard there.
Because he bought the land?
Yeah, he was living in England.
Okay.
Another thing about it too is that the people were migrating to England from Dallas. Generally used Mr. Garnett,
Yeah.
Mr. Simeon Garnett, that's Uncle Darman's father.
Yeah.
He was like a travel agent.
Wow.
So the Windrush and all those people, they would book through him.
Yeah.
And he would take them into Kingston, take them to the passport office, fill out the form for them,
Yeah.
get it signed by Mrs. Katie Woodward, who was the local JP.
Yeah.
There was only one local JP at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, this white lady.
Alright, so I'm going to take a break and I'm going to big up Charlene and I'm going to big up the Barnett sisters because that's a link we notice where them chip in and
The Barnett, you mean the Barnett, them
up frigate.
frigate. Well,
Yeah, because them do the same type of thing now. Like from Christmas time, them link up them other sisters from overseas and friends and them do baskets and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them,
Well,
that tradition kind of keep up, but it's not as strong though.
Well, interestingly about the Barnett, and I don't even know if they're, and the other sister, their grandmother. Their grandmother was a lady they called Tanomi. Tanomi.
Yeah.
Now, Tanomi used to make pudding and sell out by the square. It was a famous pudding maker, potato pudding and cornmeal pudding.
That's right beside Mama Jane shop there.
Right beside right before the way the post office. The post office wasn't there before, no.
Okay.
The post office was down the road a little
So she was
bit.
across Mama Jane shop.
No, the post office was down the road going near to the Adventist church.
Yeah.
And that piece of, she used to sell, there was a shop there where the post office was, a big boat shop.
Okay.
And then you have Mama Jane across the road.
So that shop was Mr. Bonner shop?
It was a Chinaman was there. He left and went and opened business over in Maryland. I didn't know him well. I didn't know him. At least I think I might have seen him once or twice. But his wife, that Chinaman, was married to a black woman. And he birthed them. And his wife had a child for Uncle Mac. Uncle Mac, that's Martha's father. He he would travel on the farmer program. Was the first man to even I know all the sound system. And I can't remember the name of it now.
Alright, so
Anyway, Tanome
Tanome, yeah.
Tanome was the village midwife.
Okay.
Anytime any woman were pregnant, they would engage her. So you would often see her walking through the district with a white apron, she had a white apron, on her basin,
Mr. Walker tell me about her. Yeah.
an enamel basin. When you see her walking out, she go into a yard, the one that outside, there's a woman taking for a baby. And I think she used to stay at when the woman had the child, she would stay 2 or 3 days with the woman, lock up in the house. And they were in a little hole in the wall, then block it out.
Brother had to tell me that 'cause at 6 o'clock you want to dump them blackout and something.
Block
Yeah,
it.
tell me that.
But she used to, the midwife have to go and stay with the woman, the young, they are not doing all the young women, them, to deliver the baby, take care of the baby for about 3 days, and then they go back around in the yard. I think they were paid. I don't know how much they were paid. You have another lady up squeezed up, was a midwife too. They call her Nana. So you have Tanome, you have Nana, you have Nana Roberts. I can't remember if anybody else was around or midwife. But they were, I don't know if the women had recognized them at the time, but they were the people that at the times a woman was pregnant, they engaged the service, long before the child became due. Tanome was something else, man. Well, we used to at Frigate there, where those graves are.
Yeah.
The church, Bethel Church was over there at one time.
What?
Yeah, that's where the church was.
That's why they give them there.
Yeah, that was the cemetery.
That's why Uncle Larry said the frigate business and rare. Okay. So there was a church there and there was a big gate there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where them announced, where the people came to announce the emancipation of the slaves.
Yeah, that's what Uncle Larry said.
And call it Frigate.
So frigate with the big grave them, that means that was a slave master, what was a big church, whatever. And then the square shift from frigate and go out of the new square now.
Yeah, because that's where the road came up.
Oh, so it does take time, go.
The road right up here at Capo Gate there. That's where the road used to be, you know. The road was up here on top of my house.
Yeah.
So you used to go across the river up here, so go towards
Baker shop.
Baker
Duck
shop.
Pond.
Yeah. And cross the river again, go up into the post office.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So no road never cut there, so go nothing
They cut
walking
it
road.
years after they cut this road here.
So how you reach the church at Frigate?
Yeah, truck. Most of these were trucks now. These are trucks.
Alright, sir. So we see Gang on your photograph, your wedding photograph picture.
Yeah, you know that I'm picky. I send a photograph. I send a photograph into her the other day. And it's only her Kalash she recognized in the photograph. She was 106 when she died.
96.
106.
Okay.
So she catered for the community, man. She was.
Yeah, she was very warm because when Bethel Church in front of our house and mommy carry me go Bethel, we usually love go over, just leave Bethel and go over our yard and dead and
Sit down on the bed there.
yeah, just dead over there, just you know, it's just nice and cool. And them time the church never have no fun. And Gangnam House is cool and we walk around and you know, Antwo, Paul, Dion, everybody there. And that's
She would remember about her, man.
They go back in a church. I'm always a batch, we don't go for this.
Yeah. She would sew sometime right through the night.
Yeah.
When there was some function or wedding or
Yeah.
church thing and people want to knew something to wear.
Gangnam have some book, man. The book them
Oh.
big. Would be a fashion.
Fashion.
The book them big.
Those books used to come. Those used to come in the barrels. Them.
Yeah.
They came from some of the fashion house. Now you want to close up now. Those were books. When you go to America, you could go to one of these big stores like Sears and Roebuck.
Catalog.
Yeah. And you just take up one.
Yeah.
It's like a telephone directory.
Yeah.
Just for free.
But alright, two things. Alright, before we close, two things really stick out. Right? One, we could have put up some of them book there. Instead of like when we are clean, we just like when Auntie Diana clean everybody, you know? Because them things would have value now, you know. But we never know. And the next the next thing what stick out to me are the link between the letters and the communication and the development of the space, like who is abroad, them really
They contribute to the development.
what? And that me see.
They contribute to the development.
Me know say these guys know they do in USA, in Canada, USA and UK and Panama. They send back money and they send back clothes. But at that time it was more. It wasn't in the hands of the. It was for the development of the. It wasn't it was for our development. And it wasn't in the hands. It wasn't left in the hands of politicians in a sense.
No, politicians never were involved in those things. Wow. And to a certain extent, the church was involved, but not too much.
Yeah.
There were certain people in the community, like Colorado. Yeah. Anytime anybody wants anything, then they'll go and ask their feet. You know, you have a shirt, they want a shirt, they have to go out to town. And my young man was coming and say, you have to go to some interview or something.
Yeah.
And so we rummage through the barrel and find a shot.
Yeah, and them send back even the catalog book them for you. Them and look out for people. Step up them with that really. When if you think about that, when I know that was
when people come to have a dress made.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking to see the fashion you want.
Yeah. No, we know about me I say the people abroad were so thoughtful about
Jamaica?
Yeah, because the politics presence wasn't here so much.
Well, the two things about it, you know.
And
the people that came out of slavery didn't have any. They weren't the owner of property. So those people went to the United States. The first thing they tried to do is to buy a house, whatever you call it, buy a house spot. A small portion of land where you can build a little house on, or a room or something like that, 2 room or something like that. You look forward to doing that, to acquiring something that if you come back to Jamaica, you have something to put your head in, they'll cover your head. Then you have the relatives that you leave back here. They didn't have nothing either. They live on leased land from the white people. So you want to get them more or less somewhere that they can call their own. You understand? And to a certain extent, it helped a lot. It helped a lot because people started to fight for their own independence and their own economic survival. So what they would do, they live on their small holding and lease land from the white people. And not even lease it now. They had a scheme where, like the Woodward property here, Dallas,
I'm not cut you. Like what people are foreign would have want go up? Like what them would have asked Gang to send up to them?
No, you, it don't cost you too much, man, prohibitive.
So
When they
not
send
even
the thing
cheese,
that,
no, what?
not.
Yeah?
The only thing I think they probably would have asked for,
Coffee?
coffee,
Okay.
coffee. I'm busy.
Coffee and busy. Oh, the little bush thing there.
Bush thing there. Busy, thirsty.
Okay. Yeah.
Take natural medicine.
Yeah. Wow. Alright, sir. Thank you very much. We're going 40 minutes in this one. Guys, there you have it. That's Mama One. Antiopa Lantidian. Big up.